Tina. My son's name is Paul, and he started attending Alpha School in 2018 when he was 14 years old. We needed to go out of district because he was having aggressive behaviors in the regular school district, and it was after a major loss in my family. My mom had passed away from lung and brain cancer, and it had triggered a bunch of new behaviors that the regular district could not handle. So the district told me that he needs to go out of district. And actually, I was very relieved. I felt that was the answer. He was getting worse and worse as far as his aggressive behaviors were, and his stims and his triggers were getting more and more. So it was a gift from God that they said, they didn't make it hard for me. They made it very easy to go out of district. I do believe my mom was part of that. She was my angel. So when we were given 3 different schools to look at, and Alpha School was, I believe, the last one I checked out. I had a very special friend who had a very similar situation as me, who had a son who was severely autistic and another son who was mildly affected. And her and I had like the same life, and I met her through my more mild son. And she's very knowledgeable in all the schools and all the specialty schools that were out of district. So I had told her the 3 choices, and she said Alpha School. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna check them out. I'm like, thank you. And she told me, yeah, they have the best reputation. I think that would be best for Paul. So I did check out those other 2 schools, and the feeling I got there was, for both buildings actually, was the staff wasn't very happy. They did not look happy to be there. I did not like the fact that it seems like a nursing home in a way. It had a little bit of an odor in both places, and very like hospital looking. The hallways had wheelchairs lined up. I just didn't like what I was seeing and feeling. With the staff, it was very, almost like salesman-like. Well, they were showing me the school. Were the schools much bigger than Alpha? Yes. Did they have more bells and whistles? Yes. And the bells and whistles were tempting. Like one school had a pool. The other school had like a beautiful garden on the outside that they could walk through. But I was like, let's take a look at Alpha. Let's see what it's all about. Alpha, much tinier at the time. It was in the older building. But the first thing I noticed was the warmth. I walk in, I believe, it was around Christmas time. It was decorated, so nice, like a home, like your home, not like a hospital. And the staff, super happy, first person I met was Wanda. And, you can't not love Wanda, I don't care who you are. And she just had the best welcome ever. And I just felt like, oh my gosh, she reminds me of my mom. Like how, just what a warm person she is. And as I went through the school and met, each room that we looked at, the staff was happy. You could tell they love their job. And that is what we should always look at, no matter what, whether you're looking for a place to work or you're looking for a placement of some sort. It's the staff. Are they happy? Are they enjoying their day? Because if they're not enjoying their day, the kids are not going to enjoy their day. So yes, at the time, the principal was Monica, and she was, I forget how many years she was at the school as the principal, but I know it was a long time. And that just made a mark in my head. I'm like, you know what? This is it. I know it's a lot smaller, and it's okay though, because even the kids looked happy. And that's the thing, like, you're gonna have issues no matter what, with autism, kids are going to have, behaviors, and but for the most part, the kids looked happy. So that's why I chose Alpha. And the changes I've seen in my son have been incredible. He went from needing a one-on-one to, soon after he joined Alpha, being like on it, not needing the one-on-one anymore. But the one-on-ones that he did have, the one-on-one paras that he did have, were wonderful. They became like family as well. If something wasn't working, they were like, how do we make it work? What could we do different? He, like I said, he had aggressive behaviors. So there were times where, he hurt one or two people and they didn't stop working with him. They didn't take it personal. We just pick up where we leave off and, help that child, feel welcome and forgiven, and I know that's not something that you hear often, but it's because some of our kids can't, understand that whole concept, but I think they do deep down. So if someone doesn't hold a grudge because you just, you actually hurt them the day before and was able to just carry on where we left, before that incident, that's incredible. And I don't, even though they can't verbalize it, they feel it. They feel the love, they feel all that. So yeah, it's soon after, like I said, that he had the one-on-one, I think it was for 2 years, we were able to, the staff and I came to the conclusion that it's best for him not to need the one-on-one, because in the future, you don't want him to always be reliant on one person, because then that'll carry on, after school, and then you're going to need a program where it's going to be the one person. What if that person calls out? Then it's a problem, So it's best to have them be more and more independent in that way. And that helped him so much. His communication, his verbal ability to express himself. The speech therapist, just amazing strides. He matured tremendously. He went from having a behavior to every day, to every other day, to now now at this point in his life, he has maybe one every other week, which is huge when it was so often in the past. And when I'm saying every day in the past, it could have been a couple times that day. So to now it's maybe one every other week, and they're not so bad where we can't handle it. So I'm very thankful for Alpha School. I'm thankful for all the beautiful people that are here, the staff. They have become my dear friends. And I can't say enough about how I feel about Alpha. So if you're choosing, look for those things. Look for the staff, their demeanor, their, look for all those things, the staff and the children.